Hello class, Mr. Avila is here to talk to you about how to edit your quest log. To get to your quest log, you need to click on quest logs, then your grade, and then you would pick the day of the week that you have Innovation Lab. When you click on that, you'll be taken to a list of first names of everybody in your class. Well, I encourage you to look at what your peers are writing about in their quest logs. You will only be able to edit your own quest log. And your quest log, when you first get it from me, is going to look like this. And you know that you can edit it because if you look up here, you will see the editing bar. And the editing bar is pretty simple. I'll walk you through a couple different things. For instance, this is the home page, and let's say that you wanted to change your home page because you're allowed to change your quest log, right? As long as it's appropriate and as long as you don't delete it, this quest log is, is yours to be creative and express yourself and what you're learning in the Innovation Lab. So if I wanted to edit this page, I would click the pencil, and the pencil is going to let me edit this page. So if I wanted to erase these, erase this welcome and say something else, and if I didn't like this picture, I could delete it and I could do it, make the quest log my own. Normally I would save it, but I don't want to get rid of what I've done, so I'm just going to hit discard changes and it goes back to normal. One of the pages I've made for you is the achievements page. You are responsible for tracking any achievements that you earned this year, and you'll be able to do that through the images that you are given when you unlock an achievement. So to add an image, I'm going to again hit the edit button, and I have it set up now for 3 columns because I think that's easier. You can put pictures in each column and it looks a little bit more organized. But if you wanted to change the layout, if you click on the layout tab over here, you can choose 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, whatever you think is going to best fit your page. If you wanted to modify text, across here you see you have bold, italicized, underlined, you have font size. You can change the color of text, you can change the background color of text. If you wanted to add a link, you would highlight something, you click the link button, and you can either link it to a page that is already created, or you can link it to a web address. And I always like to link web addresses and have them open in a new window. So if I wanted to link this to fairhaveninnovates.com, open in a new window, okay, I hit save. You will see now when I highlight this, it underlines it. If I click on it, oh, spelled Fairhaven Innovates wrong. So if I go back and edit it, I'm going to click change, and I'm going to move the S next to Innovates where it belongs. So that's how you change a URL, right? I hit the change button. If I want to get rid of a URL, I would hit remove. So I'm going to save it. It is now clickable, and when I open it, it takes me to Fairhaven Innovates. So that's how you can make something a link. I'm going to go back and edit. I'm going to remove the link because I don't want to. I'm going to insert an image because I'm trying to update my achievements. I can insert an image from a web address, so if somebody gives you an image URL, you can paste that image URL into here and a picture will show up on your request log. Or you can go to upload images, upload from your hard drive, and I'm going to select, let's go with this one. So it's a little bit big, 1.2 megabytes. I'm going to give it an alternate text. Welcome to Knollwood. And I'm going to hit OK. And it's going to take a few seconds to load. But when it does, you'll see that it's gigantic. So I told you it's a pretty big file. So how do we edit pictures? I'm going to click on the picture, and you'll see this bar comes up. I can center my picture. I can right align my picture. I can change the size. I can make it small picture. I can make it a medium picture. I can make it a large picture. So I'm going to make this medium, and I'm going to center it so it looks nice. You could make it 100% the size of the column if you want to, or original, which makes it its gigantic self that it used to be. But I'll leave it at large, and I'll leave it at centered, and then I'm going to save it. And now I have my picture saved as part of my achievements. If we go into the My Quest section, I have here for you an exemplar quest log. So this is one that I made showing, what I think a good quest log looks like. And let's say you wanted to add your own quest. So first thing you can do is you can edit this page and you can erase all of my stuff. This is yours to change however you want. And you can make your own quest. Or maybe you wanted to make a new quest. For each quest, or I should say for each quest log entry, you're going to have to create a new page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the Create a Page button. I'm going to name it, let's say, I might do it by the date. So let's do 12 September 2015. So that way I can see the date. You can name this however you want. You're welcome to create your own naming convention. I'm going to hit Create. And the first thing I like to do when I create a new page is I like to hit Save. I like to go to the gear, and I like to go to Page Settings. This allows me to control some of the settings on the page, like show the title, allow attachments, allow comments. I don't like to show the title, I don't like to show subpages, and I don't like to allow attachments because I use links instead of attachments. And it's going to be up to you if you want to allow your peers to comment on your quest logs. So I'm going to leave that on because I want my peers to be able to comment. I want to hear their feedback, and I'm going to hit Save. And so you can see that other stuff disappears, and I'm left with a blank quest log. The other thing that I like to do before I start creating my quest log is I like to add it to the navigation bar. The way I do that is I come up to my gear, I go to Edit Site Layout. I don't need to click anything up here, but I do need to click this bar here. And I'm going to add the page I just made to the navigation bar. I'm going to click Add Page, and there's the page we just created. I'm going to hit OK, and I'm going to hit OK again. Hit Close, and you will see this page is now added to the bar. So I can go back to my first quest. I can click on my second quest if I want to. Or another cool thing that you can do, and again, this is your choice, I'm going to hit Edit Site Layout. I'm going to click on the bar again, and I'm going to highlight this page, and I'm going to click this arrow to the right, and I'm going to indent that page. And what that does is it makes a drop-down menu. So if I click on my quests, and then we can see the quest. So, maybe you want to make drop-down menus. You highlight my quest, and then you have all of your quests throughout the year in a drop-down menu. That's totally up to you. Last couple things to note. If I go to my Edit button, and you'll see I have 12 September 15 up here, whatever I name this is how it appears on the navigation bar. So if I rename this Hello, and I save it, and I refresh, you will see it now says hello on the navigation bar. So you want to have this titled whatever you want it to show up as on the navigation bar. The other cool stuff to talk about is if you go to Insert, you'll see all the other stuff that you can insert. You can insert things directly from Drive, like videos or documents. So I'm going to insert this document right from Drive, and here's the options that you can add to it. And again, you can center it or right align it or delete it, or you can go back to that properties button with the gear. I'm going to save it. And what's cool about this is it actually shows up as a live document. If you were to go into your Google Drive and you were to edit this doc, it would update live on the website. So I always thought that was pretty neat. The other things that may be of interest to you guys is that you can add your YouTube videos. Just paste in the URL, and you can pick the video sizes and the borders and the titles and stuff like that. And feel free to play around with the formatting and insert tables if you need to. And if you do need any help, you click on Help and then Sites Help. That's where you'll be able to find Google's Help Center, which has a lot of good information in case I missed anything or you have questions that I didn't cover in this video. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. If I click on my Edit page, again, you see the bar. If you are becoming an HTML expert, you can actually click HTML and you can write your own HTML in here and then preview it live. So for those of you who are working on that, that's something fun that you can do. I create a new page and then I add it to my navigation bar. I like the drop-down menu. I think that looks pretty cool. For your first quest, you can edit and delete all of this that I've made for you. And the last thing that might be interesting to you guys is if you go down to, if you go into the gear and you click on Manage Site and come down to Themes, Colors, and Fonts, this is how you can modify your entire website. So if you want to change it from a white background to a blue background, if you want to put an image on it as a background, so maybe Minecraft blocks or a border, you can edit the header, the content areas. So if you go to, again, if you come to the gear and you go to Manage Site and you come down to Themes, Colors, and Fonts, this is where you can customize your entire website. Other than that, again, as long as it's appropriate and as long as you don't delete the entire quest log, you are free to modify your quest log and make it your own. Make it, express you as a person, and, be the home for your learning this year in Knollwood Labs.